Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mr. Pawan Kumar, Assistant Professor, IIMT College of Management. Today, I will start a PPT on sustainable development, concept, issues, and challenges. Sustainable development is development that meets the needs of person present without compromise the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड है सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट का यूएन कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन एनवायरनमेंट एंड डेवलपमेंट और द 1992 Art Summit in Rio de Janeiro adopted Agenda 21, a blueprint for sustainable development, Millennium Development Goal, UN General Assembly. Resolution 52Y2 outlined a target aimed at reducing poverty and promoting sustainable development. World Summit on Sustainable Development reframed the commitment to Agenda 21 and Millennium Development Goals. Pillars of Sustainable Development: economic development, poverty reduction, social development, active participation of women, education, good governance, environmental protection, prevent environmental degradation and pattern of sustainable development at the local, national, regional, and global level. Economic development, poverty reduction. Have by 2015, the proportion of the world people with income less than $1 per day. Basic health service for all, reduce health threat, increase food availability, combat desertification, mitigate effect of drought and flood, provision of clean drinking water, enhance industrial productivity. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड है हमारी चेंजिंग अनसस्टेनेबल पैटर्न ऑफ कंजप्शन एंड प्रोडक्शन. क्लीनर प्रोडक्शन टेक्नोलॉजी, डेवलपिंग cleaner, more efficient energy technologies, maintain urban air quality and health, and reduce greenhouse gas emission. Sound management of chemicals throughout the life cycle of hazardous waste. This is the picture who show protecting the natural resources, prevent water pollution to reduce health hazards and protection ecosystem, watersheds and groundwater management, support desalinization of seawater, water recycle, ensure the sustainable development of ocean, marine, environmental production. Priority area for action. Priority area for action identified by UN Secretary General Kofi Annan. Water and sanitation, energy, health, agriculture, biodiversity, production and ecosystem management. Water and sanitation. Water is not only the most basic of needs, but is also at the center of sustainable development. Around 1.2 billion people still have no access to clean drinking water. Around 2.4 billion people do not have adequate sanitation. Some key issues are water sanitation. First, prevent water pollution to reduce health hazards. Second, protect ecosystem. Third, introduce technologies for affordable sanitation, industrial and domestic wastewater treatment, river, basin, watershed, and groundwater management. Support desalinization of seawater, water recycling, marine environmental protection, ocean, sea, the Earth's ecosystem. Energy. Some 2 billion people lack access to electricity and rely on traditional fuel sources such as firewood, kerosene, or biomass for their cooking and heating. Energy. Some key issue for energy resources. First, focus on access to energy and rural areas. Second, energy conservation and energy efficiency building, design, management better mass transportation, advanced and innovative clean technology. Third, promotion of renewable energy. And fourth, action on climate change, ratification by countries of the Kyoto Protocol. Good health. Health में first point हमारा good health is vital for eradicating poverty and achieving sustainable development. Some key issues. First, reduce mortality rates in 2015 by 66.7% for children and infant under 5, by 75% for maternal mortality rates. Control and reduction, communicable disease, reduce HIV prevalence, combat malaria and TB, ensure that chemicals are not used and produced in way that harm human health, reduce reduce air pollution. एग्रीकल्चर की बात करते हैं तो नॉर्मली एग्रीकल्चर इज सेंटर टू सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. अबाउट 70% ऑफ द पुअर इन द डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज live in rural area and depend in one way or another on agriculture for their survival. Some key issue. First, address serious soil fertility problem. Second, diversification of crops. Third, increase water use productivity. Fourth, apply R&D to increase productivity in crops and livestock. Sustainable development in the agriculture, forestry, and fishery sector conserve land, preserve water, plant, and animal genetic resources. Is environmentally non-degrading technology appropriate, economically viable, and social acceptable. Between 1960 and 2000, world population doubled from 9 to 6 billion people. Global economy increased more than sixfold. To meet this demand, food production increased 2.5 times. Water use doubled. Wood harvest for pulp and paper production tripled. Timber production increased by more than half. Who is eating? Food production की बात करते हैं कि food कौन, most of the time कौन खाता है food? हम या आप. तो लिव स्टॉक की बात करते हैं. लिव स्टॉक में क्या डेवलपमेंट की बात है. फर्स्ट पॉइंट है हमारा. सेकंड है सस्टेनेबल एनिमल प्रोडक्शन. नेक्स्ट है इम्प्रूविंग प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ एनिमल. फीड सप्लीमेंटेशन फॉर इंक्रीजिंग लिव स्टॉक प्रोडक्शन. Improving fertility and disease diagnosis. With high yield varieties of crops, most soil are unable to supply the needed amount of plant nutrition. Fertilizers are chemicals that supply plant nutrition, mostly N, P, and K. Manufacture of N-based synthetic fertilizer require fossil fuel or raw material. This is a chart which was show the fertilizing system. First of all, we are seeing this was drinkable water, lighting, animals means livestock, plants, and soil. In this picture, we saw that blue-green algae are developed on the ground. Then livestock are eat this blue-green, then utilize this for this for converting in natural resources. Next हमारा this was the water circle. We know about Water system, pesticides absorbed by crops, leads, blow root zone by rain irrigation, degraded by bacteria, oxidation of chemical, adhere to soil practice, surface runoff to lake and rivers, leads to water cross, deposited by rainfalls. Biodiversity. Biodiversity is modern term which simply means the variety of life on Earth. This variety can be measured on several different levels. First, genetic variation between individuals of the some species. This includes genetic variation between individuals in a single population, as well as variation between different populations of the some same species. Species diversity is a variety of species in given region of area. This can be determined by counting the number of different species. Ecosystem communities of plant and animal together with the physical characteristics of their environment. That is geology, soil, and climate. Interlinked together as an ecosystem, ecosystem diversity is more difficult to measure because there are rarely clear boundaries between different ecosystems. Biodiversity is a Biodiversity is a term we use to describe the variety of life on Earth. It refers to the wide variety of ecosystems and living organis- organisms like animal, plant, their habit, and their gains. Biodiversity is the degree of variation of life formed within a given ecosystem. Rapid environmental change typically cause mass extinction. And thank you so much.